Hello everyone that follows my channel. I started a kind of a new project, and I got here a while back. I started watching a lot of guys making restoring damaged Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. There's Danny Diecast and Marty's Matchbox Makeovers on YouTube, and I'm just like, man, these are so cool. And I think I've watched every video these guys have done, and they're just like really fantastic on what they can do with a 1/64 scale car. Some of them are customized, some of them are brought back to original condition and stuff. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do was restore and customize John Milner's little yellow 32 Ford Coupe from the movie American Graffiti. And Ertl came out with this, which seems like maybe 20 years ago, somewhere in that ballpark. And the car was never right in my eyes. They had the wrong tires on it. The car was basically put together as the original car sets today, which in my book it's not right. It's wrong, and it's just changed over the years. And I understand why it's changed, and I'm not complaining about it or saying, oh well, you know. But I like the car the way it was in the movie. So I have been restoring and building an original 32 Ford real car, not a 1/18 scale like this one, of John Milner's Coupe. And it's taken, literally, I think I had 20 some years of research in it, and I had some help from a good buddy of mine, brother Doug Bjorn, and we went over this car, I mean, nut for nut, bolt for bolt. And I was actually lucky enough to get some original pieces off the original car, and I've shared some of those pieces with Doug because Doug is building a car also. But I want to bring back to the Ertl here, 1/18 scale. So this was one of the rear tires that was on the car. And these are really the Goodyear G70 bias ply tires that was on the car for a short time. And then this is the front, which I don't even know what the hell that thing's supposed to be. So I'm going to come down here, put on the M&H/JCPenney Scat Track cheater slicks. And then on the front, I put on a thin pie crusted tire, and the pie crust is this edging around it. So I'm going to turn the car now. So when you look at the tire, let me straighten these out here just a second. See how the sidewalls are wider than the tread? That's how the car is in the movie. So I really wanted that. One of the other things that I've unhooked the front shocks here because they were up into the light stands, and I'm going to try to build a little bracket off of that and put the shocks to it. And I might make new shocks for this because these shocks are also wrong. The front, there is, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that front frame horn, there's two pieces under it. There's another piece under the front frame horn, and they kind of doubled up the spreader bar for the license plate. I'm going to remove that piece underneath there and do it right so it's correct. The back of the car is, now this car here, it's all dirty and stuff. I bought one of these. I had the original still in the package and everything, and I'm always going to keep it that way. But this one's I'm going to make it to the movie version. So I'm going to have to fix that little handle that was broke off. And then there is a license plate light, a Cal Custom license plate light, and the tag is down below the exhaust. Now, you're going to notice that the exhaust is not on this car because I'm redoing it. But that tag in the movie set up here between the license plates. And so that's where it's going to go, and that little light will come off because there was not one in the movie. I think I'm going to probably do a little bit of reshaping on the fenders. And then they had put in a rear view mirror up here, which the car currently, I think Rick still has that on the car. I'm not sure. But there was no side mirror in the car or on the car in the movie. So I'm going to fill all this in. The car's probably going to get repainted. I'm not sure I really think that this is the correct paint color. I'm going to try to reshape these front fenders a little bit. And I might even try raising the headlight stands, because where these come to, so as I hold this down here, they should be a little bit higher. And if I'm not mistaken, kind of right there and with that grill insert line. So that's, and then I took off the radiator hose because they had it chromed. So I'm going to repaint that. The headers, everything looked good. I will repaint the distributor because it should not be chrome. I'm going to try to run some spark plug wires. The radiator cap should be painted silver, which I will do. The little Cal Custom horn relay cover right there will be also painted. And then the, boy, my finger just gets right in the way of everything. And that Cal Custom voltage regulator cover should be silver. It actually should be chrome, but for the purposes of this model, it will be painted a chrome type silver. And then the interior, I've got the interior out, which you're going to see right here. Now, this one had the shift knob actually pointing the wrong way. It's got it going, pointing it over to the seat. It should have came back. But this is the Hurst quarter stick shifter that is in the car today. That is not movie correct. So I will remove this whole thing. I'll steal that little piston shift knob, and then I'm going to build a the correct shifter on it. Now, one of the things that is totally wrong with this car is it has a transmission tunnel right there. The original car does not have a transmission tunnel, and so I don't know if I'll go back in and try to take that transmission tunnel out and do the floor the proper way. And I probably will, just because I want to get anal on this. And then the pedal swing arms for the clutch and brake. Try to get down in, if you guys can see that right in there. But those should be silver, and the pad should be black. And there is no accelerator pedal on the original coupe. I mean, there's a rod sticking out from the firewall, but that pedal pad is not there. So I'm going to remove that, and I'll probably maybe custom make one to make it mimic the original car. The seats look good. The dash, I don't know if you guys can see in there, it does have the 8 gauges going across, but there should be a silver insert. So I'm going to try my best to put a silver insert in there. And then I'm also going to spray the rest of the car inside black, because right now it's yellow in there, and it should not be yellow. And that black will mimic the upholstery in there. And then I might re-bend these bars right here. They should have a little bit more of a swoop down to match the original car. And so I will attempt to see if I can come up with a little bit of a swoop down coming down. So, like I said, and the license plate will be moved back up here between the tail lights. And the tires that I got on this thing, I don't know how well you guys can see this or not, but there's not, a cheater slick has 2 lines in it, and these do not have the line. So I think I figured a way out how to groove the lines in those tires. But they do have the correct look, and the front tire has the correct look too. So I'm very pleased with that. Those were a real pain in the butt to do that. I had bought an old car, another Ertl, oh God, it seems like 100 years ago. And I just always like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And finally, here a week or so ago, I did it. And it was a pain in the ass, a real pain in the ass. And I'm also going to have to lift the car up a little bit in the rear, something like that, to make it the proper. And then the inside of that wheel well will be painted black. So I've got a little bit of, and then there's the goofy tires that they had on it before. Just not cool in my book. But these are much, much better and represent the car in the movie. So, and like I said, I don't know if I might try to thin this fender here down, because as you can see, it's going from a little bit bigger from sidewall to sidewall on the tire. And in the movie, it covers just the tread, the fender does. And if you go back and if you look at other people that build American Graffiti coupes and stuff, that is like there's lots of things that people don't do right. And guys, it's their car. I'm not saying, oh, you're wrong and how dare you put your coupe on the street or anything like that, because it's not 100% Milner correct. It's not about that. I'm just a very anal guy, and I want to mimic everything. And one thing I do also want to point out that this car was made 2 different ways. Ertl did it, and then Motor Max did it. And what I found out on the Motor Max, where it's different, is it does not have the wishbone right in there. Now, this is not a full wishbone. They've actually kind of split it and put it up to the frame. I might see if I can redo that. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but maybe. But like I said, this is just the beginning of the project, and I think it's coming out pretty good right now. And I think it's going to come out really, really good at the end. And we'll see. This is just for you Milner guys out there that if you're into my kind of what I call stupidity, where it has to, American Graffiti is one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite. And I always think that I can do something better than toy manufacturers and stuff, and we'll see. I'll let you guys be the judge of it when I'm done, but I think I'm off to a pretty good start. The tires were definitely a huge improvement on this little model and stuff. So be on the lookout for future updates on this car, and tell me what you think. Am I crazy for doing this? Probably. Am I just crazy, period? Most definitely. But I appreciate everybody following my page and commenting and everything. So you guys have a good one, and I'll just talk to you later. Bye.